All right, I think we are live. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Happy weekend to you. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing well. And I have my window open. Hope that's not going to be too loud. I just heard birds chirping. It's a beautiful fall day. It's cloudy out. It's cool. So I crack the window just to bring in some fresh air and energy from the outside world. If it gets too loud, I'll close the window though. So please let me know if you you can't hear me over the birds and any traffic going by. So welcome, welcome everybody. Um, Before we get started, let's bring in some love. Let's bring the energy back into this moment. And as we take a big, deep breath in, just sit within yourself and say out loud or in your mind, I remember who I really am. And so let's do that real quick. So big, deep breath in. Beautiful. And then we'll be using this amazing singing bowl to bring in that love energy from above. And I'll hit it 3 times. And each time, just let it bring in this beautiful flow of energy into our hearts, into our bodies, our minds, our lives. Let it raise our love vibration and then flow out to the outside world. Doing all those amazing things to help raise the vibration of the collective, of the planet, and everything out in the outside world. And with everything going on in the world too, with wars and skirmishes and political and religious, conflicts and everything else. If we can just imagine every place of authority, every place of impact being flooded with unconditional love energy to where it's so bright that things of lower vibration can't stand to be in the presence of it. So it either has to raise its love vibration to match that, or it wants to escape and get out of those positions, get out of those places, allowing someone with higher vibrational energies to enter instead. So if you want to add into that, you can do that as well. All right, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let me just put her back here in her little perch. It's like when I hit hit that for the first time, I felt like the birds stopped and closed their eyes and looked to the heavens too, and because they all got quiet, and it's like this energy was added in. So amazing, amazing energies today. So, welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome back, all my tribe, all of my friends, my families, my blood, all of you. Thank you so much for being here and returning. And so I appreciate your thirst for hearing from Spirit. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. We've got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor. So we have room for one more. So welcome. And how the readings work. Free readings, we go down in order. First come, first serve down the chat. There's no special um, list or anything. The chat is it. You just put your question out there, or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading, and then we'll see what Spirit brings through. If anyone makes the donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings. I prioritize those. And then I also dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those as well. Free readings are generally 1 to 2 cards. So I do dive deeper for those. And then if you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom of the chat, or in the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So if you want to make donations any way that way, you can, whatever dollar amount. I don't have set dollar amounts because I know everyone's finances are different from person to person, day to day. There's different exchange rates for different countries, different cost of living. So I don't look at the dollar amounts. I just know that you're giving from your heart, and that's the perfect amount. Um, let's see, do I have any of my YouTube channel members in here? I don't think so yet. But I do. Oh, yeah, I do. Hey, HTTPS. Hello, hello. So you'll see that they have a little badge. I just missed it because you did it in your donation. But they, otherwise you'll see their names in green with a little badge. They also get second priority for the free readings once I finish and come out of the donations. And if you're interested, I do have 2 memberships. Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month, and my Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. For both of those, within my live, I go live 5 times on Friday, twice on Friday. Once on Friday, twice on Saturday, once on Sunday. Actually, I only go 4 times, not 5. But in each one of those, I do prioritize my YouTube channel members. Then on Wednesdays, there's a 2-hour free session for my YouTube channel members from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And we do, regular readings, oracle readings, past life readings. Sometimes we do like angel spirit guides and animal guides readings and different things. And so you have access to that. And then Praying Mantis, in addition to all that, we have Thursday, we have 2-hour special ones for just Praying Mantis. And then on Friday and Saturday nights after my regular sessions, we have an hour, and on Sundays, an hour as well. So if you're interested, there's a little link down below and you can check that out. All right, I think that's everything. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to be using this Tarot of Light today. I've been using that. It's a beautiful deck, so we'll be using that. Oh, there was one other thing that I wanted to share, which here's a link to a video. I follow her on YouTube, Rewilding with Sabrina Lynn. If you haven't checked her out, she's awesome. She's so passionate. Has such great energy, cusses a little bit too, which she's so real. I love it. But she provides some great information into astrology. And with this full moon was so powerful, the Aries super full moon just a couple days ago, she provides some great information on what's going on, the energy that's kind of happening over the weekend with this too, and things you can do to make it make the most of the energies too. So if you feel I'm not affiliated with her at all, but whenever I come across some great stuff, I like to share it with you guys too. So I'm not going to be selfish. All right. So let us jump in. And I do have a few donations. So we'll start here. We've got a couple from Supernova, and then HTTPS, and then we have Brenda. And then Amber, I see your donation via the Cash App, and we'll jump over to there, and then back to Just Blessings, and back to Supernova. So hope you're doing okay there, Supernova. I didn't even ask when your surgery is. We'll send you extra energy for your little hospital vacation that you're in. So we will definitely I'll send that. Hey, shout out to Sean G, one of my other YouTube channel members. These you see her name's in green. So hey, how are you? Good to see you. All right. So Nova, you are up first. So thank you for your first donation there. You already got the surgery. All right. So now you're recovering now. Good. We can send some extra powerful recovery energy and let your body just do its thing to help you heal and recover. So I love that. So, number one that came up here. So, you got messages from Kurt up above, and you want messages. So you got up above messages from Kurt. And then number two will be messages from spirit guides. And then you have number three. What do spirits want you to know about life after you get out of the hospital? Okay, cool. So we'll get to that third one after the other ones there too. So let's get into it, everybody. Hope you're enjoying this amazing moment. A lot of great energy coming in. All right. And they put you on an IV antibiotics and a slink. Yay. All right. Sounds like an adventure. So let's take a look here. Of course, Kurt loves usually speaking through Oracle, and so he's taking me to the Gateway Oracle here. So let's take a look and see what Curdy Pie has for you in this moment. Like we said yesterday, he's always with you. All your spirit guides are, so you're surrounded. I can see in like my mind's eye, they're just all scattered throughout your, they're pretending because they don't exist on this realm, in this, physical realm. They're higher vibrational, but they're acting like they're sitting in a chair, sitting up on the counter, leaning up against the wall. They're all just kind of hanging around you. But that's just an illusion, of course. So that's funny. But they're like, yeah, we were with you in surgery. We were with you all around as well. So I like that. Yeah. So he's got two little messages. The first one is stepping into stillness. Here's that moon energy. My power is born in the majesty of silence. He's shh. So let's take a look here and see what this first message is here. Was stepping into silence. Come on, there it goes. So Kurt is saying, take a moment to enter into the silent, deep place within you. Be still. Let everything go and focus on what is truly important. Imagine spiraling down into the source of your essence. Breathe deeply. Allow your body to relax into the present moment, the here and now. I know yesterday you said, I can't relax, I'm in a hospital. And I feel like Kurt is going, you can relax anywhere. In fact, it's good practice because I'm seeing a flash of him before he was like going on stage. And hearing the people cheering and waiting for him to go on stage, and in that moment taking a big deep breath and coming back instead of being anxious and being pulled out into whatever was going on with these noisy crazy surroundings, people rushing around everywhere, that he could just sit and just come back to the moment and come back to himself. And I feel like that's what he's telling you here is you can step into stillness everywhere, come back to you, because that's going to be important for you. So I love that. And then Kurt wants you to know deep within you is an inner sanctuary. Having this inner peace, however, doesn't mean that there isn't chaos or disharmony around you. It means that no matter what is occurring in your life, you can observe it from a place of stillness. Surrender to the sweet energy of quietude. Avoid the temptation to embrace the drama and urgency of life. Take a big deep breath and come back. Affirm that you have all the time you need. Power is born in stillness, and your potential is dramatically expanding in the majesty of silence. Wow, I love that. And then the question to ask yourself: what do I need to stop or surrender in my life? How can I enter into my stillness? And as I become still, what will expand in my life? What will contract? So, some things to think about. I love that. So, those are what Kurt has for you. And that makes sense with, um, being in the chaos, being everything around you. And what, I love that. That's what you said yesterday, about how can I relax? I'm in a hospital, like, or I'm not relaxing. I'm in a hospital. And they're like, you can relax anywhere, no matter what chaos is going on around you. You, you can come back to you. That's where your power is going to be going forward. So I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Knocked out in surgery. Yeah. Good thing. You don't wanna be awake for that. Blah. Alright, so that's what Curdy Pie has for number 1 for you. And then number 2, thank you for your additional donation, messages from your spirit guide. So they did give you 2 cards, so they already answered your second one here too. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. What can you do about it, right? It's like if there's a storm raging around you, a tornado's destroying your home, um, we're in pain in our bodies, whatever's going on. I mean, when I was getting my this tooth pulled, because my cap came off and it was and the tooth needed to go. It had been there for 15 years or so. But when they were in there and it was really really in there good into my jawbone, and so they were and I mean, they took the 3 dentists, like, the first dentist tried and they got a lot of it, but there was still some of it they couldn't get out, and so the second dentist came in, then they had to get the 3rd specialist, and while they're doing all that, I'm sitting there and it's you can hear it cracking, and though there's not pain, you can feel the pressure and you can feel all this, and, it's you can start having anxiety, or we can have gratitude. I just started thanking the creator and spirit that the 3rd dentist was available, because otherwise what were they going to do? You know, um, put their feet on either side of my shoulder and get a wrench. But it is this, beautiful, we can sit in any chaos and find peace, because the world is just happening. The tornado would just be happening, but the story we're putting to it is, all right, either, oh, this is horrible, life is happening to me, or okay, so this tornado is destroying my home for a reason. Was it going to explode? Was there a gas leak I didn't know about? And it's now being removed so a new house can be built. Or maybe now I was concerned about leaving my house, but now with all this, I'm going to move somewhere else. We can look at life differently depending on what chaos is going on around us. And there's no we come down here to experience chaos, so there's no wrong or judgment if we choose to be like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" But it's a wonderful experience when we realize we can choose differently if we want. Very powerful, and I feel like that's where that power is that he's talking about too. So, I like that. Great question. I think that's for more than just you and me, so thank you. And then number 2, um coming in here. Hey, Rishi, good to see you. Haven't started any free readings yet. I'm still on the I'm just starting on the second donation, so it's going to be a while before I get to free readings. If I get to them in this session. Ooh, there's something outside. All right, so number 2 question for you, Nova. Messages from your spirit guides. So this one is they've got you soaring into joy. So I like that. And it says, childlike wonders fill my life. So this is the message from your other spirit guides. Of course, Kurt's part of all that too. But this is all they're talking about celebrate and live life with glee. Clap your hands in delight. Be madcap and spontaneous, like something just fell outside. All is truly well. Your spirit guides want you to know to allow a childlike wonder and joy to fill your entire being. Your happiness makes a difference to others, for as you experience true delight, this radiates out from you like ripples in a still pool and touches the souls of many. Take time for yourself. Find ways to experience joy in every moment. Even when doing the most mundane, boring, or gritty tasks, look for ways to feel genuine happiness. If you have trouble finding pleasure in certain situations, like being in the hospital, right? Start small and eventually you will soar. To feel joyful is a gift. It rejuvenates you and it heals the world. Questions you can ask yourself: what gives you the greatest pleasure? What might be blocking your joy? What's the key to experiencing more bliss in your life? And I love that. It's great, great energy. We can come back to this feeling of childlikeness and sit in joy in the moment, right? And that's what we were talking about. Like, no matter what's happening and going on in the world or going around in our lives, we have a choice of higher vibration or lower vibration. Again, neither's right, neither's wrong. But when we're asking, hey, spirit guides, what do you recommend for you? And they're like, oh, you know what? What is a great thing is to experience joy in as many moments as you can, and you're going to see how it attracts different things. Because a big part of our lives, usually the first 21 years of our lives, right? We're influenced a lot the first 7 years of our lives emotionally, the next seven, mentally. And we're given, especially during those periods, a lot of lower vibrational rules, right? All these stories of, oh, that means this, oh, that means, because we live a lot of our lives in fear when we're younger, trying to fit in, trying to be lovable, listen to everyone's opinions, going through hormonal changes. Our life is a tornado, it is chaos. And then we start, um, getting more towards like where you're at in your life, towards your late teens, early 20s. And then we start to realize no one knows what they're talking about. Everyone's made that has these opinions that they've passed on from generation to generation. And when they're telling me when that happens, this is what it has to mean, or what I have to feel, or what energy or I'm supposed to invest, or physical steps I'm supposed to take, like all that is kind of grouped together, right? But these stories, it starts off here, and I can choose a different story. I can choose a story of joy around things and not sweat so much small stuff, right? That we're taught to do. And I love this message coming in. It is this energy of seeing things from, a different perspective and choose joy. And that is the energy of the Fool card that I normally get, where, because we start off with, we end with the World card, which is ending. We've achieved ending of a cycle and we have a new beginning, and we zero back around to where we're, um, starting fresh at the zero, without all these expectations, without all these things of supposed to be's and should be's. And it's like a little kid walking into a candy store, walking into places, and they're just like, anything is possible. I can go anywhere and do anything in my life, right? So I love that. That's a big car. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. But I love that for you. It's a great message of, you know, learning to choose joy and happiness in any moment, finding the smallest thing to be grateful for, finding the smallest thing to be joyful and happy about. It's like, yeah. And I know, like, as soon as that was done, when it was cracking, and it was like, they're like, you're gonna hear all this cracking noises, that's normal. And I'm like, thanks for the heads up. Well, I didn't say that because my mouth was open. But as soon as I saw the gauze and they were going to, they're like, "All right, you're done," and I'm like, "It's over. Wow, I made it through it." Right. So, it was good. Good message. I love that. All right. And then I see a couple more. So we will circle back around to you here in a moment, Nova. So thank you again for your multiple donations. And then up next, we got HTTPS. First shout out to Moonlight 5. Hey, Moonlight, another one of my YouTube channel members. Good to see you. All right. So let's give this a love and a like here. Curtis. That's right. Curtis. I like calling you Curtis instead of HTTPS. It's like you're the World Wide Web. All right. So let's take a look here. So you want whatever comes out, please. Absolutely. So let's take a look and see what Spirit has for you. And thank you for your donation. If I did not say that already, or even if I did, thank you again. All right. So what do they want you to know here? So you got 1 and 3, and then 1. I wanted that one, and then those here. All right. And then Nova, I do owe you 2. I just realized I didn't do my 2 fortune cookies for you, so I'll give you 3 when we do your next one. I'm like, oopsies. All right. So those are separate. Okay. Wow. So I'm not surprised. We get a lot of this type of card for you with the high priestess. So definitely spiritual connection is being reinforced for you as per usual. So there is this connection with spirit, and I just feel like expansion. I just feel like growth has been huge for you and is continuing to be huge for you. And I just feel like I don't know. I feel like like you'll be, if this hasn't been happening to you, this will. But I feel like it has, where you'll wake up and you're like, something's changed. It's like, what was that from Wicked, the song? Something has changed within you. Something's not the same, and that's from Wicked, the movie. But it is. It's like you wake up and go, something's changed. I feel different, and I feel like that's what's going to be happening here. Let's see what they want you to know here. Yeah. Ace of Stars, Ace of Wands, creation, spark, upgrades, new energy that's been coming in here for you, new drives and new sparks to things. I just feel like it just feels like your energy has changed, and that's what you wake up and they're reminding me of when I had it too, where it would be like, and it just felt like there was no reason for it, like I hadn't done anything different. But I wake up and I'm like, okay, something feels different in the world, in me, in the energy. And I feel like that's what's going on, and something sparking here. Let's see what else we have here. These 3 cards came out. Yeah, you got the sun card. So this light, this brightness, this vitality, as it says here, very, very bright light coming in. And the King of Stars, alchemy, King of Wands. So this is that Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, holds that, magic wand. And it's like, what are you going to do with this energy? What are you going to do with this new power that's coming within you? And you have the 10 of Angels, which is the 10 of Swords, which is letting go of the energies, letting go of the restrictive thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And I feel like that there's this nudge, this push that, and that's what happens to us as humans, right? When our fears outweigh our energy or the feelings of not being ourselves and expressing ourselves, it keeps us, back from doing things. But when that energy expands above those, that's when we take action. And that's what I feel is coming in with these cards, is your energy's just been growing, and then you take steps that you normally wouldn't have. Your energy has grown more. You're taking more steps that you wouldn't have. and more, and taking more steps. And I feel like they're just not just, but they're acknowledging this progress of the past, the present, and the future. And I just feel like they're saying that weird feeling you're getting is that expansiveness. Let's see what else you have here. Yeah, you got the Four of Angels, the Four of Swords. So peace of mind, mental stability, knowledge and wisdom coming in and flowing too. Looking beyond, this is what's been able to help you move past those small t truths, connecting to the knowing, connecting to the higher things, has allowed you to cut away some of those old beliefs that don't serve you anymore. And you were able to see beyond that. Yeah. Healer, King of Hearts, balancing of your head and your heart. This is like Jesus, or Buddha, or whatever this being of compassion who is very connected to the higher realms but is able to express their heart. They're not too in their head where they can't express emotion, and not too emotional where they're a mess. It's this beautiful balance and flow between head and heart. It's like this great combination coming together. And they are the healer, they are the ones that can bring um, peace. They're the ones that can help people come together. They can help people come together between their head and their heart. So I feel like this is a lot of the knowledge and wisdom that you've gleaned with yourself. And I know you've been getting these messages, it feels like, of teaching, of sharing, of expanding, of helping people connect in those different ways. And I feel like this is just growing and expanding beyond that too. Yeah. Yeah, I love this. And so you have the Knight of Trees, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Hearts, unity, coming together, important relationships with people, and the union, the coming together of oneself, within your own self, and then that union I was just talking about with the King of Hearts, helping people come to their own union here. And the Knight of Trees, I like how they call it the custodian, but the Knight of Pentacles is, patience. Things have been growing, things have been expanding. And though it seems like things have been like really, really slow at times, right? This is that energy of that it was happening on purpose. It was giving you time. It's like almost being stuck in traffic. How suddenly things move forward, and you're like, yay! Oh, and then all the red lights of the cars, we have to stop and sit in traffic a little longer. But while we're sitting, we're expanding and we're discovering and transforming, and then we get knowledge that we can share, and then we move forward, and then we have a pause and we learn more. It's like all the seasons have reasons for the seasons. And there's some great energy that's coming in here, so I love this for you. Trust those expansive feelings and that knowledge that's coming in, and that you're born to share this. And I like that for you. And here's your fortune cookie. Yeah, gratitude. Beautiful, beautiful gratitude, which says there's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you're thankful for. So that is that raising of that love vibration. And a great reminder, just the more we focus on that, the more expansive things come, and that you will have more and more things to be grateful for that will be drawn in. But if we, of course, just a reminder for all of us, when we focus on wanting and needing and what we're fearing, what we're hating, we expand that and we push things away. Because if my energy says, I want, I want, I want, it's saying that I enjoy wanting. And so it's like, if someone's keeping something from me and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I love being teased." Like, "Well, I'll continue to do that then if that's what you like. Yes, please." And it's like, "No." It's like, "I hate being teased. I want to have what I'm wanting." So we ask wanting once, because creator, they don't forget, like, "I would like this." And they're like, "All right." And then we start gratitude that it's coming our way in the perfect timing and the perfect way. Um, yeah, so I like that. So that's what's coming in for you, Curtis. So thank you again for your donation. Good to see you. And then Brenda, hello. I see you said hi. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. And the rainbow unicorn, you know I love them. So let's take a look here. So you'd like a general in love between Billy the Capricorn, the Billy Goat. I don't know if you knew that. Capricorn's the goat, right? So you can call him Billy Goat. Um, so let's take a look here. What's general in love between you two for the weekend first? Well, okay. Boom! All these cards came flying out. So those show themselves first. So we'll look at that, and then going forward here. Okay. For the rest of the month, he's a born leader. All right. Lucky him. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So, the underlying energy. So we've got the five of wow. We've got all these. There's a lot of angels, which are thinking and things going on in the head, right? So the first card is the five of angels, the five of swords, which talks about withdrawal. But just realize here you've spoke for 5 hours last night. Yeah. So a lot of communication. And the angel ace of angels is new communication, which is wisdom, right? And so I don't feel concerned about this withdrawal. The five of swords is like mental conflict inside between the head and the heart, right? But I love the ace of angels wisdom is there, and then also one of the first cards that came out is the four of angels, which is rest and the balancing of the five of angels. So this isn't about um specifically you. This is what's going on inside of them with this energy of their heart, leaping forward, and their mind, no, 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 come on now, let's not, you know run away, right? They're just keeping them, you know um on a leash, keeping them, restrained, keeping their trying to keep their heart restrained. That's the battle that's going on within them, because again, pain of the past makes the heart usually doesn't have a whole lot of common sense. It's just like, oh, I love that. I love, and it's like, no, get back here. Do not go over there. It's like a puppy dog wanting to go play with a grizzly bear. They're like, no. But I like this balancing of all this thought and belief that's coming in here, because along with that four of angels, the four of swords, came the three of stars, the three of wands, which is with new information, a change of direction. And that change of direction I'm sensing here is them seeing that they would do things differently. And this totally makes sense. Capricorns are huge thinkers. I'm a Capricorn rising. I get it. I understand it. They're ruled by Mercury, so they definitely have this thinking, overthinking kind of, default that they do anyway. So I like this, that they're like thinking, and they was like, wow, this is different than what I've had before. And I like that because they're realizing it the more the guys talk 5 hours, that they're like, wow. And that's what kept it intriguing. It just was like, I want to know more. I want to know more. Wow, you're different. Not in a, lower vibration, energy way. They're just like, wow, huh. So I like that. So for this weekend, I feel like they're just seeing that it just takes a different way, and how we look at it, and going that way. Um, Going forward here, let's take a look here. Yeah. So there's a lot of emotion with Mother Luna coming in here, and the 10 of stars, the 10 of wands. a lot of energy flow. Let's see these other two cards that came out with it too. Yeah, look at all these pages. Yeah. So there is progression, there is change, there is movement. Page of Trees, which is the Page of Pentacles, new opportunities opening up in the outside world, and the Page of Stars, the Page of Wands, which is a sparking and moving to a higher direction. So I do see, this here, even on the bottom of the deck, they had me look over there. You got the Page of Hearts, Page of Cups. So definitely things will progress and move to a higher energy level. And I like this. A lot of this hidden emotion with the moon will come to the surface too. So great energy that's coming in here. And let's see what this card is here. Yeah, I got the Five of Stars. So you've got the Five of Wands, which is a transformation. I like all this because you had the Five of Angels, and then also on the bottom of the deck, we got the Five of Pentacles. So is this movement, there is this change of energies and evolution. And this is great. Capricorns love to grow. They're ruled by Saturn. It's usually devil card energy, right? Where they like to be challenged mentally. They like to face their stuff and transform. And I love this all this five energy coming in. Normally represents struggle and conflict and stuff, but for this Capricorn energy that I'm picking up from them, they are they look at it as something, finally, someone who challenges me in a positive way. Someone who is brought in a different ways of thinking, different approaches to things, um different perspectives of life, different capacities, especially that Mother Luna energy, the amount of emotion and care and nurturing that you can bring forward. They're just like, wow. So I love that. I just feel like it's a good progression. I like that they're like, just allowing it to unfold is a good thing. And let's see here with the your fortune cookie, your Akashic Oracle here. Let's see what we have here. Yeah. So seeing it through. And so you don't always finish what you start and then talk badly to yourself because of it. Break the karmic pattern by seeing a project through to the end and then be proud of what you accomplished. So this is their energy mixed with yours too here. I like it though because it's, just know that with those fives, there's going to be some um you're going to take them by surprise, so allow them to be surprised, and they might get they're like, what do you mean, da 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 da?" They might challenge what you say, but just stay calm, and and then just let it unfold, right? Just let them process what you're saying. Don't look at it as that they're attacking you, or that disagreements are bad, because I don't feel like they're going to be like arguments. I just feel like they might push back, and when they do, just explain where you're coming from, and they're going to be like, oh, and they'll think about it, of course. So I got that in there. So yeah, they definitely will reach out tonight, Brenda. I feel like they're really intrigued, and they want to know more and more and more and more. So they will. So I like that. Yeah, no, but yeah, you probably weren't listening when I said that, Nova. I realized it when I went on to Curtis's. I'm like, oops. So I'll pull. I'll give you 3 fortune cookies on your next reading because I owe you two. It's like when a restaurant forgets to include something. We'll give you double when next time. All right. So I love that for you, Brenda. Feel positive about this. Um I feel like it's a good match for you. Oh, that's good. That's good. But I feel like you guys have changed, and I mean, you both have grown so much since then. So, and you guys have been through different things. So I like this, you know, relearning about who you are, and you're more, able to, um, handle more, and you've released stuff, they've released stuff, and I just feel like there's this, you know, you guys needed those 2 years to really grow, and it was important for you guys to have been together before so you can see how different you guys are now and to see each other's growth, and I like that. So, I like it. All right. You might see a gnat fly in front of the camera. Get away from there. It's not it's not your time for your close up. All right. Yeah, you're empowered. We'll put it that way. You're not trained, you're empowered now, right? So I like it. It feels good. It feels like a good adventure here for you. All right. All righty. And then I think here, let me make sure. Then we are to Amber. Amber, yes. So Amber, you are up next. Thank you again, Brenda. Many blessings to you. Sorry, got distracted and I started moving on. And this gnat needs to die. Got him. That's gnats represent expectations. That's the removal of expectations. All right. Right. Fire, fire. Okay. So Amber, thank you for your donation via Zcash app. I appreciate that. And so you're saying here your friend Christina would like to know what's coming in for her. She's been struggling with a few different things. So a general read. Yeah, let's take a look here and we'll see what we want to know. And then we will move. Next will be Just Blessings, and then Nova, and then Andrea, 54 Hector, and then to Nova, and then to Moonlight 5. And I think I saw a couple people ask if they missed their free reading. Haven't started free readings yet. So you haven't missed it. All right. So let's take a look here, Amber, at Christina. So what's coming in for you with, and what do they want her to know about these struggles? Okay. Yeah, the cards are struggling coming out. All right. What else? Okay. All righty. So let's get these moved over here. And we'll start with this energy on the bottom of the deck here because we have the King of Hearts coming in. And this is all about the balancing of the head and the heart. So, the message they're bringing through for Christina just about the struggles and the things that are happening and going on is that, you know, when things in life feel out of balance, it's because they are. Duh, right? but but I like this the King of Hearts because they balance. They roll over the emotions and the heart, but all the kings get a second portion of swords. So like the mentalities and the stories help balance the emotions and the heart, and it's like drawing in, bringing us back from an emotional place, coming in and looking at the stories that we're putting towards things, clarity coming in about you know the struggle that I'm feeling is heart centered. It's because I've been taught that when these things happen, this is how I'm supposed to feel emotionally. But they're like pulling this King of Hearts, pulls us higher, allows us to see things from a higher perspective. We'll look at that's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else we have. I'm just going to do a quick sip. All right. So, up first, yeah, High Priestess, intuition. Here's the water that we're talking about with all the heart. I had a feeling she's very empathic. and picks up people's emotions, picks up people's energy, can take on their energy as well, right? Um, and there's some good, let me see here, some good videos that you can give her and pass on to her about an empathic bubble and the true gift of an empath. I'll pop those down below there if you want to share those with her. They're all free. They're less than 10 minutes each, I think. But I feel like a big part of the struggle that's coming in is because everything is amplified. And I feel like, especially over these last couple months, if it's felt like, you know, probably even maybe 2.5 months, because we entered eclipse season, which with Pisces, um, full moon, super full moon lunar eclipse happening last month. And then we had the also the solar eclipse in Libra relationships. There's all this energy that just boom, right? And then we just had a super full moon in Aries too. So if she's feels like she's emotionally unstable, this is why. And I feel like that's a big important thing for her to follow the moon. And I use something like this, which daily planetary guide, where for each day it talks about what energy the moon is in that day, because every 2 to 3 days we change from fire, then to earth, then to air, to water, from fire to earth, to air, to water. We go through the entire zodiac every 28, 29 days. So we feel like we're on an emotional roller coaster. And if we don't realize this about ourselves, we can feel like we're emotionally unstable. It's like, why am I up and down and all over the place every 2 to 3 days? Because she's very sensitive to emotional energy. So she's very in tune with moon energy, which then, you know, um, paints her world every couple days differently. And it's hard to get stability until you really are aware of, oh, tomorrow, like right now, in fact, in a couple hours, we're moving from Taurus earth energy into Gemini air energy. So we're gonna feel the change of for 2 to 3 days into air, into the twins, And I feel like if she understands that she's gonna get a different view. It's like when a full moon comes around and we're like, why am I freaking out? And then we look outside and oh, there's a full moon in the sky. We realize, oh, that's why. That's why I'm getting hair and growing teeth and howling at the moon. Oh, it's a full moon. So I like this so far. I mean, I know that's a lot already, but that's what they want her to know so far. All right. So we'll continue here. There's more cards. So these four came out together. And let's see. Oh, all these. Oh my gosh, all these sixes. Yeah. So she's definitely just needs to know she's on the right path. We got the Five of Angels, which is Five of Swords. It's the conflict between the head and the heart. So the King of Hearts, balancing of the head and the heart. The Five of Angels is all about the battle between the head and the heart. But I'm saying that she's on the right path because she got, with the four cards, she got three of the sixes. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. So six of trees, six of earth, right? Six of pentacles, six of hearts, six of cups, six of waters, and then the six of um, air, the six of angels, the six of swords. And so all of this is showing balance and flow, and that just know that the conflicts that are coming up, this feeling of struggling, is it's acting like a mirror so we can see it and I can question it and I can transform it and move beyond it. And I like all this receiving, transition, the past. That's all the what it says on the bottom of all those three cards. So there is this transformation, there is this change that's coming, and a big piece of all this is awareness. So I love all that pushing back to the moon there. Yeah, because here's the Three of Swords, the Three of Angels, and then the Ace of Angels. the Ace of Swords. And this is all about, I mean, all of this mental picture of connecting higher, the high priestess stepping away, taking a big deep breath, connecting to the higher realms, looking behind the veil, diving deep into the emotions, seeing it all, but it's all about seeing it, like going back to the King of Hearts, seeing it from a different perspective, a higher perspective, a place of power and unconditional love instead of all the fears, these supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, the have to be's. It's those small t truths that we've been taught growing up about the stories about everything. So it's about realizing I can put a new story to things. That's my power. That's the power that's given with the Ace of Angels, the Ace of Swords that we're given. I can move past these fears. This, and that's where the struggle is coming up, is I'm fearing the result of something. I'm fearing the story. I'm fearing what something means. But when I question it and go, does that really mean anything about me? This is showing me what I want to see about myself until I see it, till I can be released from it, right? Yeah. And here it is. It's the Four of Hearts, the emotional stability, and the Magician card, which is the realizing I hold the power over my life and no one else does. Whatever I focus on grows and expands. And so, with this high priestess, the magician, both of those are the divine masculine, divine feminine, stepping into the higher power, realizing, remembering who she really is, a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, and that these struggles are human, and that's lower vibration. And we come down here to experience, not to beat ourselves up about any of it, but to move beyond it and higher and see it from a different perspective and go, okay, there's always a choice. We come down here to experience lower vibrational, but every moment we get to choose a higher vibration if we want, and we don't have to be stuck in those things. So, really stepping into our power is huge, but I feel like realizing how empathic she is and putting up this bubble of energy where she doesn't take on everyone else's drama, everyone else's emotions, gives her the time to, if an emotion comes up within her, she realizes something's triggering within me that I can look at, but I don't have to take on everyone else's emotions. And the power she can step into with the true power of an empath. So I feel like that's what's coming in there for her, Amber. So pass that along and hopefully that helps her. All right. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate that. Oh, almost forgot your uh, fortune cookie, the dessert for the meal. Let's see what else they want to tell her here. Yeah. Turning to the inner peace that's available there. Says you're letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. I love these cards. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. So perfect. I love it. I love it. Perfect. Perfect. All right. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So thank you again, Amber, for your donation. I really appreciate that. And then up next, we're moving into Just Blessings. So thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. And I want to know, will there be any changes in your relationship with V in the next 3 to 6 months? All right. Let's refresh these. All right. So, okay. I guess there are cards are flying out. All this energy. Okay. And then they want those two too. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, okay. So let me just scooch these over. I feel like this is how they go. All right. So, bottom of the deck, the reason I went, ooh, is the Magician. This is that powerful energy. The magician card tells us how powerful we are in that. Um, a good reminder that what happens and unfolds. It's funny, the sun just came out. It's getting all bright now. Um, so the sun will come out. Things will progress, but to the extent that they will has to do with your energy too, because it takes two energies come in to our relationship, right? Whatever energy we bring in is the only thing we can control. Whatever their energy they bring in. And but our experience of the relationship is all about the energy that I put in. If I put in higher vibrational energy of joy and gratitude and unconditional love and laughter, I experience the relationship differently than someone else. Let's say that brings in lower vibrational energy. Um, and so you can't control the other person's energy. You can only control your own. And I like that. It's like I can't um, control their mental choices, their emotional, their energy, their physical actions. I can only control my own. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Going to focus on my experience, not, I wonder, are they happy or this is it? That just sucks the life out, right? Allow your energy to be full and flow. I like that. Let's see what these other three are here. So that was the bottom of the deck. And then let's see here if I can get these cards separated here. All right, yeah, I like this. So these three cards together, you got the Knight of Trees, the Knight of Pentacles, which is the seasons. It's the slowest moving horse, but it is movement. But 3 months of summer, 3 months of autumn, 3 months of winter, 3 months of spring. It's like there's a season and it takes things to grow. I like that. You have the Six of Pentacles coming in here with the Six of Trees, which is equal giving and receiving. And in this case, abundant feeling. Yeah, because you have the Page of Hearts too. That's coming in here. And the Page of Hearts is an enhanced emotional experience. It's like number 11 in the cup suit. You've gone the ace all the way to the 10, and it's going up a new level. So I do feel like there is this balancing of giving and receiving and this expansiveness that comes in with that. And then after that, you got the Four of Trees. Yeah, well, there is growth on the bottom there. So the Four of Pentacles is a solid foundation in the outside world. So it does feel as if there is this feeling of home that grows between the two of you here. But it is a solid foundation of the outside world. A lot of earthing and grounding energy with the Six of Trees, the Knight of Trees, and the Four of Trees. Solid building foundation. I like that. Does this feel different for you? I feel like they're telling me, like, normally it's like speeding and getting into a relationship fast, and we're like, um, "Oh, those were red flags? I thought that was a carnival because we move so fast." They're reminding me of, I think, relationship number 3. I used to move in fast with people. My first relationship and second relationship, just boom, boom. Within months, a couple months, moving in. One, because I didn't trust them and I had a mistrust issue within myself where I wanted to be embedded into their life so much I could see if they were cheating. Well, number 3 is said, "No, we're not moving in together until we've dated for a year." What? And then that was good, and that's what they're showing me is, like, they're like, the journey, the building, the slowness of it. Oh, even though it's, like, can be, like, challenging, but it's happening so you can look at things, within as well. So, I like that for you there. So I do feel like it will grow and things will unfold, as you go forward with that. All right. And then let's see what else comes in here. Yeah. Yeah, see, because then we've got the Knight of Stars, the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving horse, and then the universe, the ending and beginning, the world card, right? Last card of the major arcana, victory, celebration, and then movement forward into um, it says expansion. It's like a new adventure. It's a positive thing. And then the adventurer, yeah, I mean it's I like that they call the Knight of Wands the adventurer, because that's what the Fool card is, that follows the universe card is this, stepping forward, this into this adventure, into this whole new way of looking at things, letting some old stuff pass away, some old beliefs, some old restrictions, and it just takes the relationship in a different way, right? Yep, Ace of Angels too. So Ace of Swords, seeing things from a different perspective, beautiful clarity that comes in. Oh my gosh. Ace of Stars, Ace of Wands, new passion, new creativity. Here's the newness, the endings and the beginnings that come in here. And the Three of Angels, the Three of Swords, which is, these are the expectations left behind. This is that, with this Ace of Angels that you get there, there's a lot of clarity that allows you to move beyond and move past the old expectations. You learn and you guys grow. But I feel like the big piece is, you've been doing a lot of inner work, and continuing to do that is important, because you're realizing what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets exist and live within here, and you're um, releasing yourself from that cage. You're releasing your heart from that cage, your mind from that cage, and they are going through their own kind of experiences too, where they're really learning a lot of things. And I feel like communication, calm, peaceful communication between each other is key. So I do love that type of energy that's coming in there for you. So some great things. I feel like there is this aha that happens between the two of you that really sparks things and allows you to move forward. And it's like an upgrade into a whole new way of looking at life, and you guys go on a whole new adventure together. So I like that kind of energy. Yeah. And speaking your truth, this is your fortune cookie. You've stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. But again, this is like there's that's why they preempted it, right? Calm, peaceful, loving communication. Let your voice be heard, but it doesn't have to be like with a megaphone. This is very calm, speaking through a little speaker, right? It's not the big megaphone going, ah, shh, rah, 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 right? There's this, all right, this is where I'm coming from, and then where are you coming from? And learning this communication, I feel like, is a huge piece of that. So I love it. Right. So that is what they have for you. So just blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, and then shout out to a couple more of my YouTube channel members that came in. Hey, Nelia. Hey, Holly. Good to see you. Hello, hello. All right. So just let everyone know where we're at. I've got Nova coming up next, and then Andrea 54 Hecta back to Nova, and then to Moonlight, and then let me see here. Then Maria, and then Nelia, and then Holly. So we'll be circling around for those. All right. So, Nova, thank you for your additional donation here. And make sure I'm where we're at here. Okay, so this is where we're at here. So, what do spirit guides want you to know about life after you get out of the hospital? All right, let's take a look here. And let's see. Yeah. So, what is this oracle? Being drawn to this one, the secrets of the ancestors. So let's see what they want you to know about your life after. I think they just know that you enjoy Oracle because they like going to the Oracle for you. But I feel like you like stories. So we like that. The Root of Water, highly sensitive, card number 28. Yeah, emotional. This reminds me of like the Queen of Cups. We'll see what this is here. But it's very connected to the spirit world. Um, Aware of your own emotions, this flow that comes in here. It's actually the tarot correspondence. This is a deck that kind of corresponds to tarot a little bit. It's the Page of Cups, new emotion, heightened emotion. Says you may feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. So after you get out of the hospital, you might feel like you're up and down, giggling 1 minute, bawling the next. You're on a soul journey. And that's why you're feeling it all so deeply. Don't take every little thing so seriously. Trust your inner guidance. The ancestors are nudging you in signs. Are you paying attention? So when you get out, they're going to be giving you signs and synchronicities all over the place. So pay real close attention to that. Nature is speaking to you. This plant ancestor is empathic and intuitive energy. The hibiscus plant has youthful energy. The roots, plant spirits, are the messengers of the ancestors. There may be news or a romantic proposal coming your way. So I feel like you're going to get some news. Not romantic proposal at this point, but I feel like you get some news that comes in for you. Honor your feelings. Your creativity is ready to flow. So take advantage of all the creative opportunities that come your way. So this has been a good sit still moment preparing you for this expression. So everything that you've been getting about the time is now to get your songs and stuff into writing to start sharing them. It's all preparing you. It's all getting your mindset, getting your emotional balance, getting your energetic focus, and then physical actions. The root of water is the hibiscus flower. This yin energy, plant cester, comes forward as a zemi, which is a nature spirit, of the Taino people of the Caribbean, and the goddess Atabe, the supreme creatrix and mother, empress energy of creativity, that you get the empress, right? Like her hibiscus flowers, Atabe represents the moon, fertility, love, romance, and beauty. So that moon energy. The ancestral medicine that comes with you after you get out of the hospital, this ancestral plant spirit also represents your inner child. Oh, crap, here we go. Lean into the energy of play. Your ancestors did not always have the gift and privilege of play. So allow yourself to be free enough to play in their honor, both play eventually when you're healed up, but play, humor, enjoyment, fun, joy, like they gave you the joy card before. The shadow energy to be aware of is that you may feel like you're being a bit immature, but be more sensitive to the feelings of those around you. As Don Miguel Ruiz says in one of his four agreements, don't take anything personally. I love that book. So, a declaration you can have for after you get out of the hospital: I choose to express my feelings openly and fully. So, I love that for you. I like it. I like it. Oh, isn't that amazing? Hibiscus. All right. Now you get 3 fortune cookies. So for your first, for the first reading you had, for the second reading you had, there it is, and then for this reading. All right. So sorry about cheating you out of your cookies. So your first one, yeah. So bringing balance. And that one. So the first one was Kurt, and he had talked about what was his card? Because his was about stepping into stillness, right? That's right. So stepping into stillness, and then he's bringing balance. You're putting too much energy into something, creating lack somewhere else. So take action now to correct the situation or risk further imbalance, which could lead to undesired results. So that's him just talking about stepping into that stillness energy. And then the second one was about the joy. Yeah. And that's funny because I just have to show you this because even though it's like we know what happened on purpose, that your cookies were delayed because then the cards came out. You got soaring into joy was their second one, and you got soar. So soaring and soar. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. So perfect. And then in this one, yep, here is your speak up, which for this one, what did we just have, right? We just had the um, learning to play, learning to share, right? And then you have your speak up card come in here, which what are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. Excuse me. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. I like this because this is about speaking up and, what is it that's not being shared? Your songs within you, expressing them, getting there out there, letting them be heard, putting that out, that energy out into the world. So I like that for you. All right. So that's number 3 for you. And we'll be back to you. We're going to jump over to Andrea, 54 Hector, and then we'll be back to you. Yes. All right. So I'm bouncing back and forth between email and the chat. So thank you for that donation. Extra win there, Nova, and we shall return. And then Andrea, 54 Hector, thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. And you said posted up above. So let's scroll up. Thank you for that. There you go. Oh, yeah, at the very beginning. So you had a dream about your dad that passed away, and you had the dream twice in a row, right? I'm assuming that your dad didn't pass away twice in a row. In your dream, he called you by your full name. Uh-oh, are you in trouble? Alexandria. And said he wants you to go to Chicago with his finger pointed at you. Go to Chicago. He only calls you by your full name when he's mad at you or when something's wrong. So he says that to really get your attention, right? And he didn't tell you why he wants you to go to Chicago, but his voice and body language was intense. So what does this mean? I like this because he uses that. He's a being of unconditional love and light. So he's never mad. He's never stern any longer. He might have been in his humanness, right? But not, in his realm now. But when he comes to you to get your attention, he goes, "This will get her attention. Watch." And boy, did it, right? So let's see what messages he have. I'm really being drawn here first to this Talking to Heaven deck, which is about messages from those from above. So let's take a look here. All right. So he's drawing me to here. Yeah. And he's like, we are so connected. I love that. And let's see what he wants you to know here. So Dad says, I've been able to review my life here in heaven, and I've seen how perfectly everything we do is woven together. There are no accidents or wrong turns. Everything makes sense now. And I wanted to give you the exciting news that in my life review, I saw that you and I have a strong soul connection through many lifetimes. We've been each other's teachers, sometimes in unpleasant ways, several times. In this lifetime, we were magnetically drawn together because we had mutual work to do for ourselves personally and for others. And now that I'm here, our connection remains strong. Just like when I was living in my body, our thoughts are in sync with one another. We often think of each other simultaneously. So think of me and know that I'm doing the same. Always with love. I like that. So that's the whole I feel like that's the big piece of this card was that he's doing this always with love. So he's not doing it in a mean way. He's trying to give you this message in a loving way so that it's not punishment or anything like that. So let's take a look here. See what cards are coming in here. Yeah. So you got the Strength card, Leo energy coming in, and the Queen of Angels, the Queen of Swords, which is balancing the head and the heart. And I like this strength energy coming in because I feel like they're trying to give you the strength for movement, the strength to go. I feel like for them, it's almost like Chicago was a dream of theirs, either the city or the movie Chicago. I don't know why I'm getting theater in Chicago and living a dream. And I feel like this is their nudge is about them saying I want you to go live your dream. I don't want you to hold back. You have the strength to make it anywhere. Like New York, New York. But I like this um nudge, this guidance, this support, this loving, you know, nudge for you to go do the things that will make your heart feel full, but it's balancing of your head and your heart. It's, don't try to do things just by all this. And like, yeah, I know I'm responsible for a lot of that opinion that you were poured into your head about where you're supposed to do and supposed to be and what success means and doesn't, and blah, blah, blah. He goes, I see things differently, of course, now. And that's why I'm encouraging you, Andrea, or Alexandria, right? Alexandria, you need to go live your dream. It's like, oh, yes, sir. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, 10 of angels, 10 of swords. Release all those expectations of trying to please everyone else. The 9 of trees, 9 of pentacles. Don't be afraid to go off on your own and be, you have this um, um, abundance, this fullness with the 9 of pentacles, the 9 of trees, which is that you're never ever alone. Usually they'll show someone in a garden with spirit. You're always supported. And I like this energy that comes in here because I just feel like they're nudging you to go. Don't be afraid. You're never ever alone. So if you want to move and you want to go somewhere, don't be afraid to go there. It doesn't have to be Chicago because there's for some reason I just feel like Chicago was their dream and that's how they're coming through. They're like, that was me, I always wanted to be there and move there or move back there and I wanted to be in theater and I that dream was squashed in me when I was young, right? Yeah, 6 of angels transition. 6 of swords is about leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving to new ways of thinking. It is the movement card. Does talk about changing locations and even overseas. Sometimes it's over water because it's moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. So I feel like they're nudging you out of love to go live your dream and don't worry about disappointing people because ultimately in the end it's your life to live and I feel like they're encouraging you to go live that life. Let's see what else they want you to know with your fortune cookie here, the Akashic truth here. But you guys have had lifetimes together like he said, and he's like, don't don't squash your dreams. Yeah, you actually have two. Oh wow. Well, I see why there's two. Walk away from your obligations. You're not obligated to anyone. You know, I like this. Obligations. Stop telling yourself you should when when you cater to others or to unnecessary expectations of yourself. You stop your flow of abundance. Walk away. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. Very clear message. Time for you to leave and go where you're truly wanting to go. Don't worry about, well, it's my responsibility, but he's like, go live your dream. So I like that. Now I understand why he wanted to come through stern for you too, because he definitely he's like, I've got to get her attention and she won't listen to me if I'm just like, what you should do is go live your dream. It has to be this very stern, you know, um, Alexandria, you better go live your dream. So there you go. Do it. Do it. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings there. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. He's hilarious. He really is funny. Now, at least. All right. And then we're jumping to Nova. So thank you, Nova, for your additional donation. And this is the third eye. So, and this is your message for us. So, more messages from Kurt. Yay! Yeah, you definitely do. You know, we've pulled cards before, I believe. We know we confirmed that you guys have had past life connections with one another, where you guys have traded out being spirit guides for one another, been in some of the same musical troops, back in the day. That's why you guys have this musical connection that comes in. So you um, definitely do have that soul connection from past lives that comes in here too. Um, I don't feel like drawn to any oracle. Sorry, trying to shuffle and talk at the same time wasn't working out too well. Let's see what he wants you to know about soul connection here. We're going to use the tarot, and then this one here. Okay. All right. So we do have here card number 14. They call this the acceptance and harmony. So there's harmony between the two of you. How funny that that's a musical term, right? Having harmony. But this is the temperance card, the balancing out of things. And the going back and forth. It's like two cups usually is what comes with the temperance card. It goes back and forth between the two. And it's the unfolding and the journey and the movement towards alchemy and creation. So I like this. They're like, yeah, we definitely have this foundation of creativity, of the creative mind of creator that comes in there too. Let's see what else they have here. Yeah. Queen of Trees, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, energy of the Empress, the birthing, the growth of things. So there definitely is that energy of nurturing and um, lullabies is what he's bringing through. Wow, I love that because they're like I'm seeing like mother nurturer through lifetimes, but that it's through music, and I'm like mother nurturing through music, and he's like lullabies, and I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. So singing lullabies in this soul connection that you guys have um, experienced, and so lifetimes of being mother daughter in lifetimes or mother son in lifetimes that you guys sing lullabies and that um, that's an important piece of your past life journeys together and soul connections coming in. And the bird started singing too, so having your voice heard. And there's something about the voice that's calming, the voice that's brings through certain vibrations and energy in your lifetime too. It's important. Again, that's why they want you to speak your voice. And the 10 of angels, the 10 of swords, letting go of the expectations of what life is supposed to be, surrender all of those restrictions, surrender all those supposed to be's, and just flow. I like it. Yeah. You were Kurt's mom in a past life, and he was your mom in a past life. So there is this soul connection that you guys have had. But letting go of all those expectations. Yeah. And here we go. Guidance, the teacher. And this is the Hierophant in the regular tarot, which is about your higher self calling you to see things from a different place. Capital T truths. And that makes sense, because it's like this is like Michael the archangel, whatever. They have the Ace of Swords, which allows you to see the capital T truths of the higher realms. And so getting out of your head of these past beliefs that you've grown up with and seeing things differently, seeing things from that higher perspective of unconditional love. And you're on this soul journey. You're definitely, um, that's why he is encouraging you so much to get into the counseling, to transform those beliefs, to get them out of you because he tried numbing it in his last lifetime, instead of going to deal with it. And he was like, there's only so much that drugs and alcohol and all the other stuff that he did, um, and sex, and he is like all that, it all numbs it and distracts, but it returns very quickly. And so that's why he's like pushing so much to really, um, you know, come into this release of these old ways of thinking so you can see things from a different perspective. It's so funny. Expression from both ends. That's awesome. Yeah. And the six, here's that six of angels, the six of swords, transition, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And again, that's letting go of the old fears and stepping into it, motion and movement. Yeah. And here's the ace of angels, the ace of swords coming in. So, so much of this is what he's, been saying, and that you do have this connection. And that's why he has such a personal interest, and that he nudges and pushes so hard because he doesn't want you to, make the choices that he did. And that was the agreement, um, that you even asked him because you were, um, you know, on the other side when he was going through a lot of this stuff, right? He's motivated like an FBI agent. Yeah. He's going to make sure, you know, that it's, this. Yeah, he had to mention it, all the stuff that humans use to distract themselves or to fill themselves up, and so that they don't look on the inside. They look to the outside. And that's one of the things that people do, is because it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. But he was like, no, but that didn't help. Um, you know, yeah, and I feel like you were born. I mean, you were, part of his spiritual posse that, you know, it's like what I was seeing is like, well, in my lifetime, I need you to be, you asked us not to be, so involved in your life, and look how it ended. It's okay that it ended that way, but I want a different experience. So I want you to do this, and I want you to be boom, 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 like that, right? Yeah, Kurt Cobain is her spirit guide, Holly. And so he's like this, you know, very strong, personality in this lifetime for you at your behest and request. Yeah, here it is. Stand your ground. It says there is something you want to fight for, yet you're choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. Yeah. So speaking up again. It's time to speak up, stand your ground. Let's go. Stand your ground. Don't give in. And I like that. So he's nudging you to keep going. Um, and that's why he comes through so strong. But all of that Ace of Swords and clarity, he's like, yeah. So again, counseling priority. All right. Okay, and I gave you your fortune cookie. Didn't forget this time. All right. So that is what they have for you for that one, Nova. Okay, and then we're jumping over to Moonlight. and then to Maria, and then to Nelia, and then to Holly. So that's where we're at right now. Yeah. He is. He is. He's such a sweetheart. All right. So, Moonlight, thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. You love the spelling control on your phone. So you're tiered. You have different tiers of sadness, and you're tired of feeling the low tier of sadness. And you know you must do your own energy work and healing, but will things turn around soon? You're feeling, is that exhausted maybe? I can imagine. Let me see if I see you anywhere else in here. No, okay. Yeah, your fortune cookie will stand your ground, Nova. All right. So let's take a look here. Moonlight, and we'll see what advice Spirit has for you too. Just anything that can help with this turning things around. Of course, you already know, okay, I have to do my own energy, but is there anything? Is there going to get any relief coming soon? All right. It's funny because I saw in my head like a workout, like what is it called? Zumba class? Not Zumba. Zumba isn't, that's the thing that goes around. Whatever the classes where they're doing, like exercising, and you're getting tired, and they're like, all right, four more, and you're like, okay, four, as long as I know there's four more, I can push through it. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know. You got the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Trees, the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight, that comes through there, right? Oh, very good. Spirit telling me all, right? But I like this, the Knight of Trees, the Knight of Pentacles is seasons. They're like, trust that the seasons change in perfect timing. We have to have a summer, we have to have an autumn, we have to have a winter, um, to be able to have a spring where things sprout and are good. And all the seasons happen on purpose for a purpose. So trust the seasons. It will end. Nothing lasts forever. So the ending is in sight. The Zumba class will end. So I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So we have the tower. There is the movement of things out of your life on purpose for a purpose. You know, the the tower card you know, does tell us that everything happens on purpose for a purpose. Again, like with these seasons, that when things get removed out, when things, are in our face, they are so that they can be removed to make space for something more in alignment with our spirit and to clear the pathway for us to move forward, right? Right? Turn on some Zumba class music. And the other seven of hearts. Yeah, a lot of emotional confusion, right? Emotional choices coming in. And, when we realize that, okay, everything is happening, everything is bringing up emotion for me to face and realize it is for me. And it's to bring it up so that we can transform it so it stops impacting us. Because it's like something like on a computer, if you've ever had, like, you've opened a web page, it's minimized, it starts playing an ad or music, and you're going, "Where's that coming from?" And then you're like, "Oh, what's this?" And you click on it, it comes up, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, let me just close out of that." Psh, it stops impacting us. But until we deal with something, it is impacting us even subconsciously. It's running on autopilot below the surface, and I feel like with what all the stuff that's happening here is, they're like, we're bringing things up so you can remove it. And because it is impacting you, it's taking up your memory and your storage and electricity, on your computer because it's running and you're not wanting it to run. You're done with that. You're ready to transform it. So the stuff that's coming up isn't coming up out of punishment or torture, but it's coming up for you so you can transform it. And so if you sit with something not in judgment of yourself or other people, but you bring it up and you're like, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? What did I glean from this? What have I learned about my empowerment in myself? Then it transformed into higher wisdom, and then the charge of it, the um, energy of it transforms, and it doesn't impact us any longer. If that makes sense. So what else you got here? Yeah, got the magician. So this is reaffirming what you were talking about. You hold all the power, right? Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. So if we're focusing on the things we hate and the things we fear and the things that I miss and the things that I want, that I long for, then that just grows the longing, it grows the fear, it grows those lower vibration. But doing in things that we can do to raise our love vibration, um, focusing on joy and laughter, doing things we love, enjoy, watching comedies, laughing as much as we can, unconditional love, gratitude journals, gratitude, all these higher vibrational things help us draw in things that match that. And it helps us, So, you know, and realizing it's for us, like when you're going through a workout class or whatever, and you're like, oh God, I'm like sweating, I'm tired. But you think about how I'm gonna feel afterwards. I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna feel toned or built muscle or whatever I wanted. It's like it's gonna bring me to what I'm wanting. So I know I signed up for these classes because this is the result I want, so let me embrace the class, let me embrace the experience. Helps us move forward, but definitely what we focus our energy in is what comes in, right? You're tired of healing all of it, all of these traumas. Oh, yeah. Well, it's a change of energies with all of that too, right? Um, and I like that. Maybe we, you know, the energy that is coming through with your statement there, which recalling it is, I again with our energy, if I focus on my shadow work 90% of the time, I grow shadow work. And shadow work is important, but I do like an 80-20 rule. Spend 80% of my time on joy and love and gratitude and the higher vibration, and 20% on shadow work, right? So that it's comes up, um, it could be expanding because I'm focusing on the shadow work, right? Instead of going, you know what, I'm going to go and enjoy myself. Instead of going to a class, I'm going to go for a walk out in the nature because I love it. Doesn't feel like work. I'm going to go dancing. I used to love to dance when I was, in my 20s because I would go and dance for 3 or 4 or 5 hours. And that's like a workout, but you're just having a blast. You don't even realize that you wake up the next day going, gosh, I'm so sore, because I was dancing all over the place and twisting and whatever. And but you don't feel like you're working out. And I kind of feel like that's the kind of energy is that they're saying, like, you don't have to focus so much on, "Oh, I got to heal that. I got to do this." It's like be aware of things, but focus 80% of your time on gratitude and joy and laughter and unconditional love. And then spend 20% of your time on shadow. Um, you can pace yourself now. Yeah, 10 of angels, 10 of swords, surrender all those expectations. You know, get rid of those small teachers out of your head of the shoulds and the supposed tos and the need tos. And this is where you're at. I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. I'm ready just to surrender it all and go experience life, right? Yeah. And the 8 of stars. Here's the 8 of wands, which is a lot of movement of energy and flow of energy. returning back to you here, I like the Empress on the bottom of the deck about, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and doing things. So, it's like go do the things you love, things that create joy. You know, don't spend so much time thinking that, well, shadow work is what we come here for. It's like, nah, we come here for the adventure, for the fun. Just shadow work helps us experience life more because we're removing off the shackles and the ball and chain off our feet that make dancing difficult. But there is that transformation that comes in. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here. But definitely, I like that change coming in here. Yeah, fresh start. Boom, boom, boom. And it says you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. So it's like, yeah, just surrender all that's supposed to. It's instead of, and this is something that I did in my life. Because at first, in the beginning, we hear a lot about Earth is a school, it's a classroom. We come here to learn. Ugh. It's like, we come here to work. No, we don't. We come here to play. It's a playground. Creator brings us down like a grandparent brings a grandchild and says, go play. And it's like, oh, but we the bullies on the playground are telling us, oh, you have to do this and this and this and this, or else you're not good enough, and all this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, get yourself a hippie car and travel the world. Here we go. Live the dream, live the life, surrender. What are all these rules? All these classroom. Ugh. It's there's this one of my books. There's this story about the artsy fartsy class, and it talks about that we're in this classroom and I'm painting and I look to the right and someone's doing clay, and then the person next to them's working on a wood, and this person's doing metal, this person's doing creative dance, the other person's writing poetry, and I'm like, don't they know this is a painting class and that there's a grade? You guys are going to fail. What are you doing? You better get to painting. And they're like, no, you should be working on your clay project. And all these arguments ensue because we all think that what we're doing is what's supposed to be done in this graded classroom. And then the teacher comes over and goes, what's going on over here? And we're like, well, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, let me clarify things for you. This is not a painting class, this class, or whatever class. They go, this is an expression class. It's open to the public. There is no grade. It's simply giving you the opportunity to how do you individually want to express yourselves. So there's no grade. It's just a space for you to do that. Then suddenly the judging of each other, we focus on, oh, how am I expressing myself? There's freedom that comes in with it. Yeah. So, focus your energy, like I said, more on joy and laughter and celebration and those things. And then that makes it easier to glance at the things that are sticking with us. But I feel like if when you let go of the judgments and you're able just to look at it as, okay, why did I want that to happen for me? And we move out of that, that it's um, happening to me, something happened to me, and being tough on ourselves. It's like when we can calmly look at it, then we can transform it. Something free that's out there, is thework.com. Also, Byron Katie, she's the one that does that. She has a YouTube channel. It helps us see the mirror of things and helps us move past things. It really helped me in my life. So if that resonates, check that out too. All right. So that is what they have for you, Moonlight. I like your free feeling of getting a hippie car and traveling the world. Me, I'm a hermit. I'm like, I would go into a cave. That's my joy. All right. So thank you again for your donation and good to see you. All right. So we're hitting the mark here where I've got, let's see, one, two, three more donations to complete. And then for my YouTube channel members who are names in green with their little badge, any of their free readings, I will complete those. But I'm hitting my 2 hour mark. So any free readings that I did not get to in this session, I'm not going to be able to get to those in this session unless you can still make a donation of any kind. And I will complete that in this session. Or if you become one of my YouTube channel members, which is either Praying Mantis or Zen Cricket level. Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. Gives you priority in these sessions where I make sure to complete them, either in the session or after I go and spend time with my Praying Mantis members. But also, in addition to that, on Wednesdays, there's a special 2 hour reading session just for my YouTube channel members. And then that's for both Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis. And then for my Praying Mantis level, which is the level above, we have an extra day on Thursdays for an extra 2 hour session. And after my Friday and Saturday night sessions and my Sunday afternoon sessions, I do that. Also, on Sundays, I do something special with if you come into that session and I don't get to all the free readings, I after I go spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members and I eat, I come back on and I finish out all free readings. So if you've been trying and trying and trying, and I don't get to you on my Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night session, definitely come back on Sunday because I'll make sure to get you a message that day. So blah 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 yada yada. That's how it all works. All right. So let's jump in here and we'll finish up our donation readings. So up next, after Moonlight, we have Maria. So Maria, thank you so much for your donation as we continue the weekend episodes of Days of Your Life. So let's take a look here and see what we have going on. So, of course, we're going to look at Walter's feelings and thoughts today. So that's feelings, all right. And then, well, it looks like they're doing a lot of thinking. What's going on in their head towards you? And then what's coming for you and Walter this week coming up? Okay. There we go. Just one card. And then are Walter and you hanging out next week? It's his birthday. Oh, all right. All right. What's that all about? Okay. We will see. So, his feelings towards you today got the Six of Hearts. So there's this equal emotional feeling between the two of you. And here's this past life connection. I think we've talked about past life connections between the two of you. But I feel like today they're really feeling it strongly that it's there and it's, below there. And so that they've got this, energy that's there. Um, that they're just feeling, where's this? It's like I shouldn't be feeling this close and this strong of an emotional connection with you so soon because it goes beyond this lifetime. It's like several lifetimes that you just have this strong connection. And I feel like that's kind of in their heart today that they're feeling that and picking that up. Let's see what's on their mind here today too. Yeah, so got that Aries energy coming in here. Again, looking beyond. I think we got that yesterday. It just feels like there's this looking beyond expectations and the old supposed tos and shoulds, all the opinions of the outside world. And they're really just kind of thinking through, what do I want? And really analyzing a lot today. Yeah, Eight of Hearts, codependency. So they definitely are thinking about leaving behind the emotions and people that don't support them anyway and moving forward. So it is quite a bit on their head today about I need to get out of this codependent relationship that I've had with this other person, and but I need to understand my codependency so I don't repeat it and I go back into this thing. So they're really thinking through what happened in their past relationship because they kind of see themselves things progressing with you guys, right? And so they're not wanting to repeat those same things. Yeah. So they got the star card. Here's Aquarius energy, so in their head, but also this is about dreams come true and hope. It is hope card. Balance a bit here. Yeah, Ace of Trees, Ace of Pentacles. So they do see here, that's about seeing a new opportunity opening up in the future. So they are thinking about, you know, how things can unfold and could unfold, and in comparison to what they're experiencing in front of them right now, and with the movement beyond that situation. Again, definitely I don't want to repeat what I've always done, and thinking about the strong connection they have with you, and that I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to go and do what I've always did and get what I've always gotten. I want this to be different because it feels different. It is different, but still in their head, they're wanting to make sure I don't mess it up, right? So I like that. What's coming for you and Walter this week coming? Rest and relaxation, mental stability. Yay. um, this does also talk to letting expectations go, seeing things from higher perspectives, and that's where this peace of mind comes in. Not worrying about things, not worrying. It's like just very going with the flow, not giving into expectations of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's. Blah, it just sucks the life out of things, right? But let's see, are you guys going to hang out next week because it's his birthday? Let's take a look here. What are all these? Okay, yes. Yes, you will. You've got this. So the first card out is the Page of Trees, Page of Pentacles. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. Here's the Page of Pentacles. Opportunity in the outside world, for this, and it's the Dreamer card. Got the Knight of Stars, Knight of Wands, movement, fastest moving horse, right? But it's suddenness, energy, movement, and the Page of Stars. So the Knight and the Page. So the stars are wands. So that's the fiery energy, sparking energy. And you got the Two of Stars, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Hearts, Ten of Cups. So the energy right now is that you guys will get together this week, and things are going to heat up a bit. Just take it a step at a time. Try not to rush into things. I feel like that's what they're going to tell you, because it's like I don't in this scenario, neither of you is a dog. They're just showing it. If you ever try um to walk a dog who's pulling on the collar because they are so wanting to get somewhere, it's like that's what they're showing me is they're trying to hold you back so that you don't rush into things, and they're trying to do that to both of you. I guess in this case, both of you are dogs, because there's two people walking, and then these dogs want to get to one another, but the handlers are holding them back, and they're both choking because they're pulling on their collars because they're so excited about where things can go and will go. And so they're trying to be like, calm down, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, don't rush. But I feel like you guys do have a great time hanging out together. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie says. right. Looks like you get two. So your first one is connect to your intuition. Repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in this situation. Break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. That totally sounds like what we were just talking about, where they're coming from, right? And then reassess. Well, this is that energy of making sure we don't repeat old patterns. And you're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. That's the Eight of Cups. Notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It's time for some life cleanup. Yeah. So that's what's going on there. Just know that they're going through this life cleanup, and we want them to finish that, before we enter any kind of commitment or regular, deep, you know, relationship, right? So that's what's coming in for you there, Maria. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation and allowing us to be part of your uh, days of our lives. All right. So, a couple more donations to go here, and then we'll jump into the YouTube channel member free readings. So, Nelia, and then anyone else, I'm not going to be able to get to any other of the free readings outside of my YouTube members. So if anyone wants to make a donation of any kind, I will complete it in this session too. If you're like, I need answers right now, you can still do that, and I'll still complete those. Okay. So Nelia Medeiros, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. Anyone know anything or anyone coming your way in a general on that? Absolutely. Okay, and then Holly, you'll be up after that. All right. So anyone or anything coming your way. All right. Okay. Well, I imagine someone is coming your way because the bottom of the deck, we've got the Lover's card. So that is kind of a giveaway that you do have an important relationship coming your way. Hey, good to see you too. And let's see what is coming in here. All right. Wow. Yeah. So you have the Empress energy, which is, one, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but it is also about birthing of something new, and also sensuality. There's a lot of emotion. The Empress rules over all four queens. All four queens get cups, and the Queen of Cups gets a double. So that's 5 parts cups, 1 part air, 1 part earth, 1 part fire, right? So a lot of emotion coming in. In fact, on the bottom of the deck, you even have the Queen of Hearts that's coming in. So there is this emotional change coming in. And then we have the 10 of Trees, the 10 of Pentacles, which that's one of those cards of external abundance, fullness of life, but it is one of my relationship cards. So it's being reinforced there that, there is this birthing, this coming in here of that. Let's see what we have here. Yeah. Again, we go from like this nurturing place of the hermit, the retreat card here, meditation, which it's kind of like with this card, we had the Empress, which is about nurturing oneself and then relationships. Well, then we have spending time with yourself and your growth with spirit. And here comes the Two of Stars, the Two of Wands. And for some reason, this, even though it normally in regular tarot doesn't necessarily mean, togetherness, with the way they present this card, it does feel like sparking of passions between two individuals. So still honoring your time together, right? Even with these cards with the Queen of Hearts, that's like the High Priestess and the Lover's card. Balance is important as you're going forward here. Still spend the time with yourself, with spirit. Don't um, diminish that. Don't limit that. Don't shrink that. But I feel like there is this external spark that's happening here. And I feel like the reflection piece is so important as you go into this because you've had two cards and two cards and two cards. And then you have, yeah. So again, you've got the death and rebirth card, the metamorphosis card, and then the Six of Pentacles, the equal giving and receiving coming in as well. So continue your metamorphosis, um, and you'll have this equal giving and receiving that'll come in. It's funny because they're showing me a picture in my head of like you're in your cocoon, and but you start realizing there's another cocoon next to you. It's because it's not like you guys are in prison, but they're showing me like scenes from movies where, when there's a little hole between this prison cell and another old prison cell, like in the olden medieval days, and they're talking through the little hole in the wall. It's like that, but it's two cocoons, and you guys are like, "Hey, how are you? Good. How are you?" It's like you're getting to know each other while you're in your cocoons transforming. And then here comes this, eventually the birthing, you guys are going to come out of your cocoons like at the same time and chat as your wings are drying. And then you're like, because you're going to start talking about where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Let's go on an adventure. Because, butterflies can migrate thousands of miles. So I like this coming in here. So you definitely have someone coming your way, but don't neglect your inner work still. Yeah. And you have consider the options coming in. So I like this. You're still meditating as things are unfolding. And it says you've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. So I like this, because you've been learning this, like where you're not. It's like when we get caught up into our old ways of thinking, like a relationship has to be this person with me in this way, and this is how we meet and how it unfolds and where it ends up. Ugh, pressure, right? Where I feel like this is like you've learned to go, you know what? I don't trust my human side, right? Because our human is has so many misconceptions and different things. But there, we learn to go, you know what, creator, I trust that you're going to bring me the perfect person in the perfect timing in the perfect way. And there's this change that's been happening. I feel like those are the choices that are coming in there for you. So I like that. I know, I like it. So here they come. Just continue doing what you've been doing and it will unfold. So I like it. All right. And then Holly, you're up next. So Nelia, thank you again so much for your donation. Many blessings and much love to you. All right. So Holly, thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. There we go. And you want to know, will you end up dating Zach? All right. Hey. And we'll get to your free reading. I'll start at the top for any of my YouTube channel members, and I'll go in order that way. So we'll get to that too. So will you end up dating Zachariah? Sounds like a Amish person, which I'm not dissing Amish people at all. They're wonderful people. They make great honey and other stuff. But all right. So I do feel here you've got the Hierophant coming in, which does talk about, um, your higher self raising you to this higher place and capital T truth and looking at some things. And let me see, I kind of am being torn two ways with that because on one side, I feel like they're saying like your interactions with them are going to, you know, um, I mean, they're destined because you're going to learn a lot about yourself through that. Um, but also, I feel like you're drawn to see things from a different perspective. And we'll see what that is. We'll look at the cards here. So, first, Yeah, we got the moon card. So there's a lot that's going to be brought up from the below the surface here with the moon card coming in. So a lot of emotions are being activated and subconsciously being brought up within both of you, and that comes into that destiny of you guys were destined to interact with one another to bring up emotion, unseen emotion, that charged emotion from below the surface here. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, so the five of angels, the five of swords, the battle between the head and the heart coming in here, and the 10 of cups of joy and emotion over fulfillment. And so this is the catalyst. You guys are this catalyst for one another to question. Your mind has all these opinions and thoughts about what joy and overflowing love is supposed to feel like and be like, and how it has to happen. And the heart's like, whatever, this is how it happens. So different belief systems, emotional beliefs, mental beliefs that are in conflict within both of you, with yourselves. And again, catalyst really comes in here. Thank you, teacher, for showing me what I want to see about myself until I see it. And they say the same thing to you. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, it's okay. So we do have the Knight of Hearts, romance. So there does appear that you guys will be dating. And let's see where this goes here. Yeah. Okay. So, it does feel like you guys head that direction with the Lovers card and the Eight of Stars. A lot of passion that comes in here, right? Right. Another one. Ugh. Well, I'm going to use these little mid-sized cards here. Let me just get some clarity. Is this destined long term, or, I haven't gotten to any of the free yet. I'm on my last donation right now, Sean. And then I will start the YouTube channel members. All right. So we do have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. Oh my gosh. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Six of Wands. It's a lot about passion and movement here. So yeah, this isn't destined to be a long-term relationship. The Nine of Pentacles right off told me, it's because it's hermit energy. Both of those nines is hermit energy, and it is about um, learning a lot about the Nine of Swords. Are your fears, each of you guys, the fears that you have and the expectations and the release. And the Four of Cups shows us, um, about choosing the relationships that we've chosen in the past, and that there's something more that's being granted. But in the interactions you guys have with one another, it kind of just feels like, um, not that they're not exactly like the people of the past, because I feel like you've had lower vibrational relationships and you've been raising your love vibration, but it's like you've had lower vibrational relationships down here, and then you had this type of relationship here. Um, would be the one with Zach, and eventually you're looking for a higher vibration, but they are an important part here. Well, actually, I feel like you should, not should, there's no shoulds. You could, because you're either going to learn through them, or you're going to learn through other life experiences, other relationships with people that could not be non-romantic or whatever. You're going to learn this somehow because it's part of your path of becoming aware of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore, these that are rooted in fear of worthiness, of not being good enough, all those things that we have that we constantly are working out till we release and redefine who we are. You're either going to learn it through them or through someone else, or through a bunch of other people, non-romantically, or through situations. But I feel like it is, they did come across your life so that you could learn and grow through it. and learn to drop expectations and learn, like, when I have expectations and someone doesn't live up to them, is that their fault or my fault? Not that there's any fault, but, is it my disappointment? Is it because of them or because of me? And it's like, well, it's actually my disappointment is mine when I have stories and expectations I'm putting and reality's not living up to it. That's for me, that's what I've put on myself, but I can also take that off myself. But I do feel like it's part of that um, part of growth. Um, Necessary? Well, if you want higher vibrational love one day, yeah. Because if we keep at the vibration that you're at, drawing in Zach in, then you're just going to keep drawing in the same things over and over. But if you want this, it's like, well, so they're an adventure. It's like if I want to walk through, let me see. Yeah, if I want to walk from the Panama Canal to the United States, I'm going to have to walk through Mexico. There's no way around it unless I want to swim out in the ocean. So I'm going to have to go through Mexico. So it's just different roads that lead us through Mexico to get to the United States, if that makes sense. Too funny. All right. But that is what they have for you, Holly. So I like it. Enjoy it. Try not to, but going in with it with eyes wide open kind of helps you too, because I feel like you'll step through it, right? You were an immigrant. I'm traveling through unknown territory to get to my home, one the destiny where the land of dreams. That's hilarious. You gotta love spirit. Boom. There you go. Too funny. Thank you for the laughs. I love it. And thank you for your donation. Much love to you, my friend. Uh, too funny. All right, so that's it for the donations right now. And then, so I'm for my YouTube channel members, those are the people's names in green with the badges. I go through, do their free readings first, or next, and then I'm not going to be able to get to any regular free readings in this session. But if you want to make a donation, it's not too late. You can still make a donation, and I will complete it in this session. Otherwise, I will be back tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for a couple hours, and uh, for more free readings, possibilities for more free readings. And then, if you're not able to do that tomorrow, on Sundays, I'm here from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And tomorrow, if I don't get to any of the free readings, or whatever free readings I don't get to, I do after I spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members and um, go eat, I do come back and finish all readings from that morning session. So if you've been trying and I haven't gotten to you, my biggest apologies. I used to come back and finish all free readings, but after I caught the plague in August, Spirit really spoke to me when I was sick about balance. And so this is what we came up with, is that I will try my best during my Friday night, Saturday morning, and Saturday night to do free readings, but I definitely will make sure people get answers on Sunday at some point. So there you go. And if you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square. I don't have a set dollar amount because I know everybody's finances are different and costs of living are different all across the world. So whatever you're able to give is perfect. Okay. All right. So let's jump in. YouTube channel members. Okay. So we did those. Done those. All right. So Sean G, you are up first. You wanted a general for now to the end of the year. These will go a little quicker. The free readings are 1 to 2 cards, so hang in there. So a general from now until the end of the year, which sounds like it's way far away, but it's the middle of October, middle of November, middle of December, New year, 2.5 months away. Can you believe that? So you got the Seven of Angels, Seven of Swords, progress, and the Queen of Angels, Queen of Swords, visionary. So a lot of thinking, go figure, right, Sean? A lot of thinking, a lot of balancing between the head and the heart, getting out of the head. The Seven of Swords is about, you know, um, the energy of. Sorry, I was just wondering if I gave Holly her fortune cookie. I don't know if I did. If you're still here, Holly, let me know. um, but the clarity coming in of my old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have cheated me out of things in my life where I was afraid or I didn't believe in myself and there was things holding me back and my opinions about others held me back from giving someone a chance going, oh no, you're that. Mm-mm. I'm not even going to get to know you because this is the type of person you are. And that Queen of um, Swords also tells me about who the perfect person is, right? This compatible person that can come forward and getting out of our head. I feel like these next 2.5 months, they're just kind of saying it's really important for you to really not judge someone by a book by their cover, which I know you don't normally do, but I feel like there's something, it could be like religious or politically, that if someone holds a certain view, it's a deal breaker. Don't let it be a deal breaker yet, you know, investigate, allow them to share why and where and all this kind of stuff, right? Because it's like someone can be a Catholic but not a practicing Catholic. They do it for their family, but they don't really live it. It can be something like that. Or they're, of a particular political party because that's what their family is, but they don't vote that way. So there's like this, had we just, oh, no, but we find out, oh, you're an undercover, independent. You're not really one of, either political party. Oh, so I feel like that's an important thing for you, for the remainder of this year for you. So there you go, Sean. Interesting. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for being a YouTube channel member. All right. All right. So Holly, sorry about that. Let me give you your. Oh, okay. Boom. Oh, how funny. So you got a solitude card came flying out. So your solitude is an important piece of your journey, Holly. Spending time alone is often what we need to hear the whispers of our soul. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. I love that. So there we go. That's your fortune cookie. Is like the importance of solitude right now to grow your love vibration higher. So that makes total sense. Oh, well. All right. Right? A new year, a new beginning. Can you believe it? Yeah. So the importance of the listening to the whispers, right? But you haven't been alone. You just haven't had a human in your life in that way, right? But you've had been surrounded by spirit. They're like, how can you say you've been alone? We've been all around you the whole time. What are we? Chopped liver? I love your spirit guides. They're so funny. They are never offended. They're just playing that they're offended. All right. So, Nelia, you are up next for your free reading. And thank you for your donation earlier. So, any messages regarding Bryce's intentions with Megan and his attitude? All right, let's take a look here. Bryce's intentions with Megan. All right. We've got here the death and rebirth card with the release, and the Six of Hearts, the Six of Cups. You know, there's this, the Six of Hearts is childlike um, energy, it's past life energy. It's also equal, like, um, emotion, wanting to have an equal or, yeah, equal, um, you know, type of emotional connection. The release card, the death card comes in here. I just feel like they are definitely trying to stop the way that they've experienced relationships in the past. And I feel like intention wise is I don't want to do what I've always done before. And they're going through this rebirth and they're wanting this loving connection. Not that they were like a man whore or something, before, but I feel like they focused a lot on of intimacy and passion in past relationships. But they use that as a imitation for true emotion, which happens when we have low self-love, and we're taught by others and society, whatever, that all the emotion I can give is this, but I can give you all of this um, intimacy and passion, but real emotion, I can. This is all I can give you because that's all I have for myself. So I feel like they're wanting to grow their self-love because they're tired. It's not. It's like if you're eating empty calories trying to be nutritious, but your body really wants real nutrition. It's after a while, it doesn't want sugar, and if all you do is eat sugar and processed foods, and eventually your body hungers a salad. It's like I want real food, I want real nutrition, and it's like, oh, okay. And I feel like that's kind of what's coming up with them. In he's wanting something different, and I feel like he's trying to work it out. Um, with it all, but it's, like, slow in coming, if that's funny. Yeah. You guys are funny. Oh, thanks. We love Spirit. Spirit has a sense of humor, which we love. Alright. But that's what's coming in, Nelia, for that. Alright, and then we did that one. Alright. Okay, just make sure I'm not skipping over anyone here. Alright, and then Holly, for your free question, what does Spirit want you to know moving forward? Alright, let's take a look here. All right. Well, you got some movement coming up here with the Six of Angels, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Stars, the Eight of Wands. So a lot of energy, a lot of movement. Can be movement of location too, but this is definitely movement of thought, leaving behind old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. A lot of movement, a lot of messages coming into from spirit. But, if you've been wanting to move to, like, a different location, like, to a different state or city or country, very supported here about energy and not holding back, because it can be movement of thought, movement of emotion, movement of energy, movement in the physical world, because all this energy that's supplying it with the Eight of Wands is there, the surge of energy. But the Six of Swords, because it's movement of thought and belief and mindset, when our stories change, when our beliefs change floods out into our life. And I kind of feel like that's what's coming in. Yeah, yeah. So there is definitely, like, it's supported. It's like you're changing your mind. You know, think of what you want to do, and if you're trying to think of places that you want to live, and you're like, well, I don't know if I would like, Chicago or San Francisco or Las Vegas or whatever, if it's with the United States. You can be like, plan a little trip, even if it's a weekend trip. Go test the energy. If you're like unsure, go on adventures if you're that adventure personality. Um, and allow yourself that adventure, allow yourself, um, to go check it out. So I like that. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that was that. I think, is that it? Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I think that is everyone here. Well, that's right. You're an immigrant. You got to go travel. Too funny. Hilarious. So, thank you guys again so much, and apologies to all the free readings I didn't get to. I do my best, but I will be back tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for a couple hours if you want to try me then. If not, definitely come tomorrow, my Sunday morning session from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain. I always come back on later in the day to finish out all free readings in that session that I don't get to. So if you've been trying, keep going, keep going. I really appreciate that. And if you're interested, I do offer personal readings and other things. There's a link down in the description box down below. Also, if you're interested in any of my YouTube memberships, you do get priority during these sessions, and I always make sure that I complete all of the free readings for those individuals too. And there's a link for that information. That's it. So thank you guys again for all the thumbs up, all the love, all the support, all of your laughs and sense of humor. I really appreciate you guys so much. And remember, as we're going through this adventure, that every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.